Copy that.
Got that, buddy? She's the best cameraman in your town. All right. So since you guys are already so experienced, let's take a minute and tell me what your favorite product is, and that way we'll get right to the cooking and the eating quicker. We'll skip everything that everybody already has. And I know that Tim has a ton of stuff, so we'll start with him.
Ice cream dipper and the corkscrew.
Cool.
Wine floats.
Ice cream and wine floats.
I figured out how they were going to go together.
All right, so why do you like the ice cream dipper so much?
Oh, because it works well. It's really scientific, and the ice cream doesn't stick to the scooper, and it cuts right through and gets it.
Cool.
Right
Tim
out.
eats a lot of ice cream.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Next, Mark. All right, is your name Mark? It says it on your shirt.
I did that just for you. I stood there and thought, instead of making a name tag, just pull out a sugary with the ice cream scooper.
Okay.
We're not bending regular spoons to get it out of containers.
All right, good.
We actually have 2 of them.
Excellent.
We like ice cream that much. So. All right. I'm Wanda, and I guess my favorite thing now is the measuring cups. I just got them recently. And
The kind you look down at?
Yes.
Yes.
You don't have to lean down and measure. And if you've seen our countertops are tile, and they're not the smoothest. So they're not level anyway. But yeah, it's much nicer to I'd just stand up and do it.
Right, and this is the Easy Read measuring cup. It's a very small one, but the set that Wanda's talking about has 3, which includes a quart and then all the way down to a cup. And so you just kind of look down on it. And so I'll pass this baby one around. This is a separate purchase. Or the ones that Wanda has come as a 3-piece set.
I have that one too, though.
Oh, you do?
I have all of them.
So there you go. And I like to pass things around, so if they get all the way to the back of the room and no one put them in their purse, then just pile them up on the picnic table and I'll collect them later. Alrighty. Next.
My name is Paula. I have lots of stuff, and we like all of it, but the newest product that I got that I really like is the 5-inch utility forged cutlery knife.
Okay, cool.
And Paul likes is the bigger one. And I like the batter bowls, too. I have 2 of the batter bowls. And they're great.
Almost everybody has them, but we have so many different kinds of knives right now. We actually have 3 different knife collections, and as we go through the show, I'll talk about all of them at different points, but you have the utility knife in the forged cutlery.
And the big one.
We have actually 3 kinds. We have our cheap knives. Now, like if you're going camping and stuff, this is a nylon-coated knife. This happens to be the tomato knife, but the inexpensive knives can go in the dishwasher. You don't have to worry about them. You can, they break, they get dull, you just basically throw them away. So the inexpensive knives, we'll pass that one around. That's the tomato knife, which I especially like that one because tomatoes are one of the top 12 superfoods, and I eat tomatoes every day. So many people are worried about what they eat, and it's more about what you want to add to your diet rather than taking away. Like healthy living is focusing on eating good foods are one of the top 12 superfoods. But then we also have our self-sharpening knives, which are in-between kind of knives, and they have a nice case. But the ones Paula has are the professional grade knives, and you have the utility knife? This is the Santoku knife.
Yes.
And I think that this was what Paul wanted to get at the show when he had a show.
And they're very sharp.
Cool.
But you have to clean them immediately, dry them, and throw them away.
Right, so the better your knife, the more you have to take care of it. That's the point. And so if you want a knife that you don't have to take care of, either get the nylon-coated knives, or these are the self-sharpening knives. You just put it in here, squeeze the handle, draw the knife out over the unique sharpening stone. It's going to stay sharp for the rest of your life. Very good. Thank you, Paula.
I'm Nancy, the Santoku knife.
The Santoku. You guys are really up class.
Yes. That's the whole book.
Well, the Santoku are German forged steel. Now, Santoku is Japanese, but German forged steel is what the blades are made out of. And these are high-quality knives. You have to hone them periodically with a honing tool and send them out to a professional sharpener about once a year. And so the Santoku knife is the style of knife. And these are designed so that food doesn't stick, and it's easier to cut through cheeses and meats and things like that. Right?
And cardboard.
Oh, no.
How many times have I told you, Paul, cardboard and bread are the quickest things to dull your knives.
Yep.
Cardboard and bread.
But I don't
If you're doing cardboard or bread, you want to use a serrated knife, Paul.
Yeah.
Betty,
Betty?
I like this salad spinner. I just got that at Nancy's party. I like it because if I have company, I use the large bowl. And if I'm just making something for like me or another person, I use the small
And you know what? I'm really glad you brought this up. I was going to bring it up later, but salad spinners kind of have one use, and that's spinning salad. But this one has more than one use, and that's because it comes with a real nice bowl, too. You can use it for all kinds of things. And you put your salad in there, which I already did spin this out, so I doubt if there's going to be much water in it. But so you spin a lot of lettuce. This goes.
Even if it's in the pack, I still wash my lettuce.
That's a good idea. Did you know that 27 some people touch your food from the time it's picked till the time it comes to your dinner table. So you should always wash your fruits and vegetables, even if they're already in water. So, and then it has an emergency breakdown. But you can also wash berries, and berries are really important to make sure that you wash them well because they're sprayed with pesticides and things. And so you can actually use these for colanders. It's not just a salad spinner, so you can drain hot vegetables and pasta with these. And then the bowl's a mixing bowl, but your strawberries, you just put the strawberries in there after you wash them, and you can actually fill your bowl here up with water and wash them right here, and then pour the water out, and then spin out your strawberries in the smaller bowl, just like you spin out your salad. So the salad spinner has a lot more uses than just salad.
How fast does that thing spin, Deb?
120 miles an hour.
Very much. Just wanted to.
Should have a NASCAR sticker on it.
And anybody?
Paul has been to quite a few shows. He and I hang out quite often. Whenever I need something videotaped that I can't just like stand it up and leave, then he comes with me and aggravates me during my presentation.
It's my job.
Thank you, Betty, for bringing that up.
Also, I got a lot of mine from my daughter-in-laws, my daughters. They buy them for me for Mother's Day and the birthday. I like the knife that is already in the sharpener. I've had that for years. I love that.
And these are guaranteed for life. They might be the moderately in-between kind of knife, but for someone who doesn't want to take a lot of professional care and send it out to a sharpener and everything, the sharpening piece is right inside the handle, and so it does stay sharp for the rest of everything.
And I think my favorite is the pizza stone. I've had it for years. And it's probably the thing that I use the most.
And we have a whole collection of flat pizza stone with the handles. Now this particular piece is a bar pan for someone who does stones because it has this little edge here. And you can use this for anything that you can put on a normal pizza stone, like pizza, cookies, or biscuits. But since it has the edge, you can also use it for pork chops or bacon or fresh fish. You have this?
We've been doing the bacon
and fresh bacon, pork chop. You can even do a whole roast. And so the bar pan's a nice first stone for someone who wants a flat stone. But now the new flat round stone with the handles is really nice. The bar pan is an excellent starter stone if you don't have any stoneware. Who has stones? Almost everybody. Okay, very good. Well, if you're looking for pizza and cookies, you want the bar pan for a starter stone because you can do so much with it. And if you're looking for a casserole dish, this is a good starter stone because you can do all your casseroles, lasagna, scalloped potatoes, but you can also do a roast. You can put pork and sauerkraut in here, or a little chicken and some vegetables, or a pot roast. And so not only is it a roasting pan for your scalloped potatoes and lasagna and bread pudding, but it's also a clay roaster. The heat rises to the top. Do you have this, Betty? No, but you want it. And the heat rises to the top, condenses, and falls back down, so it becomes a self-basting oven. This is like cooking in a European clay oven. And I know it's a little hot today, but it's going to be roasting season. And a lot of people have a show because they want to get the pots and pans. This is our executive cookware. 2 lines of, well, we actually have 3 lines of cookware now. We have our executive collection, which has non-stick inside and out. And they have really nice flat bottoms so that the heat comes up the sides. This is titanium reinforced alloy. And the heat comes up the sides to surround your food with heat. It gives you a really even. This Paula? Yeah. Oh, okay. And so you use lower temperatures. You don't burn things as often. And this is the 12-inch executive skillet, which we're going to make our hamburger in. And we also have new, because some people just like to have stainless steel. And the difference between our stainless steel and other stainless steels, those of you who have stainless steel cookware, you probably know that they have usually a solid bottom on them that's really heavy, and that's because it does not conduct heat at all. And so that bottom takes the heat and surrounds it on the food. But Pampered Chef takes that one step further. This is called jacketed stainless steel, which means that the heavy part, the aluminum part inside, is all the whole pan. It's like taking this little pan here and then surrounding it in stainless steel. So it's a jacketed stainless steel so that it has the same conduction of heat as a heavy aluminum pan, but it's inside the jacketed stainless steel, so it has the pretty properties that everybody likes so much. And then just real quick, for you who've never met me before, I actually went to my very first about 8 years ago. And at that time I had a full-time job. I loved it. I worked out at Accomack Inn. I made a ton of money. And I had a lot of stress. And I just decided one day that I was just devoting too much time to other people's business. And so I decided to quit my full-time job, and I started full-time, and I replaced my whole income and started now. I've been able to transition into other things because I teach people how to live healthy. And so if anybody would be interested in a healthy workshop or making some income, that's a great way to transition into something you really like to do, pay off a couple bills, or just get out of the house or what have you. So we're going to get started here, and we are making strawberry shortcake cheesecake. Actually, it's already made. It's in the refrigerator. And we're also going to make cheeseburger. Who have shows do it because they want to get the pots and pans. If you don't have a good set of pots and pans, then as I teach, find the fast and healthy cooking. And that's my mission, so that I can make a difference in the way families live through healthier eating. Whole collection of nylon tools. I'm not going to pass this one around because I'm going to use it. But this is our silicone. Now, Pampered Chef's cookware, the handles are silicone. Everybody wants silicone in their kitchen, right? And that means they don't conduct heat. They're very easy and comfortable to hold. And so these match the cookware. They have silicone handles. They're all shapes and sizes.
That's a great.
You have this whole
I bought one.
For my one
I bought one. It works great when you put hamburger in the skillet and how it sticks together, and it doesn't, and you don't get yelled at for using metal in a scratchy. Because I did that a lot, and that works great. I mean, you literally can cut the hamburger
apart.
apart.
It's got sharp edges here.
It is
and
wonderful.
here has a famous food chopper.
Except Nancy and Betty. Nancy and Betty, keep your...
Have my hand. Just don't take my face.
No, I'm so far back, nobody knows who anybody is.
For those of you who arrived late, Paul's the best cameraman in all of York County.
Self-proclaimed.
And this is the first time we've ever recorded his idea, and I love it. So we're all going to be on YouTube next week.
Yeah,
Unless you don't want to be, I'll cut you out.
You're all movie stars.
that's smart. I never thought of doing that.
I'm ready for my close-up.
I always thought I was supposed to have that bottom on it to chop stuff.
Okay, now Tim brought up a good point. The famous food chopper, it comes with this bottom thing, and if you want to chop nuts or things, you can leave the nuts or the pickles or whatever right in the cup and chop like this, chop and dump. But if you have a whole bunch of things, like I just chopped all those pickles in less than 8 seconds, just put them on your cutting board and go from one thing to another.
I never thought of that.
So we're going to use some Jamaican jerk rub, because that's what I brought today.
Good reason.
And you know what? I like spice blends. Spice blends are good because, you know, spices add micronutrients to your food. And so don't be afraid to add spices. Healthy food is just as easy to cook as not so healthy food. People say to me all the time, it's healthy, it's not true. Think ahead of time. And so instead of having stale spices in your cupboard, who has spices in their cupboard that's 5 years old?
Ooh.
We will serve no spice before it's time.
Go for 10 years. Go for 10 years.
Well, good thing stale spices won't kill us, right? You know what? Fresh spices give your food better flavor. They also give you micronutrients, and that's why I like spice blends. That's what these are. So instead of getting 26 spices that you don't know how to use, you get 1 or 2 or 6 bottles of spice blends. You can get Italian and Jamaican and citrus, basil, and then you use them in dips and roasts and casseroles and all different kinds of things. And so instead of having all these spices that are falling out of your cupboard and they only get used once every 10 years, you use them all the time. so they taste better. So I have Jamaican jerk rub here, and those of you like lemon pepper, this citrus basil is a very nice rub for those people who like lemon pepper.
We're allowed to eat some of this?
Oh, sure, help yourself. So these are the handy scrapers. Ooh, the handy scrapers are really handy. So who here cuts on marble, glass, wood, or hard plastic cutting boards?
I cut on wood.
Wood, okay.
I cut on.
Let's finish the food chopper first. If you don't have the food chopper, pop it right in the dishwasher. Easy to clean. Here we have it. And you can. What else do you cut, Tim, with these? You have one?
I mostly do onions and peppers.
Okay, yeah. Onions and peppers and nuts. I was at a party yesterday. We had all kinds of stuff going on, and I think I cut 20 different kinds of things, you know, between broccoli and onions and peppers and nuts and just everything, just one thing after another. They're really easy to clean. Now this just is so easy. It just chops everything up. You know how you have a little spatula or something. You're always like trying to get that last one. It won't even melt in your skillet. So everybody knows that wood, you have to make sure to clean it right so it doesn't harbor bacteria. But what a lot of people don't realize is your hard plastic decorative cutting boards actually dull your knives, and your food chopper for that matter. And so when you have government-approved cutting boards, they don't harbor bacteria, they don't dull your knives, they're easy to clean. These are the kind of cutting boards that restaurants are required to use. And so Hammered Chef has 4 actual sizes. So this happens to be and you measure. So it comes with 3 pieces that snap right in here. This piece right here is 1/3 of a cup. So you chop, for those of you who are on Weight Watchers or other programs where you have very strict diet controls, and you just chop and measure and pour it right in like that. Cutting boards with measuring cups. Thank you very much. That was very hard for me to think of. We also have it without the cutting board, without the measuring cups. It's one of them is the same size, no measuring cups. And then we also have another one that's as big as this. This is the bamboo board. And for those of you who like to use the beauty of hard wood, I personally prefer to cut on wood. This has bamboo is the best cutting board in the area of wood because it's the hardest wood there is. It's very environmentally friendly. And this gives you the best of both worlds. It doesn't harbor bacteria. It's easy to clean because it's the hardest wood there is. And it gives you the beauty of hardwood. This side's a cutting board, chopping block, and this side is a place to put your, actually I did a watermelon on this yesterday because it doesn't run all over the place, fruits and vegetables, all kinds of fruits and juice. You can cut a pineapple on there. Or even, I use it sometimes for kneading dough. Like if you do yeast raised dough, it's a really nice cutting board for that. So this side's made for carving your roasts, and this side's a chopping block.
And we're going to take a station identification break, and you're going to give me another tape.
The deal here with this salad is that it's a hamburger, a cheeseburger salad. And this is what we're mixing up now. All the things that go on cheeseburgers is what's going to make your dressing. Oops. So you can see that when you buy the salad spinner, you're not just getting a salad spinner, you're also getting a mixing bowl as well. The kitchen is complete without. Now, this one has a recessed blade, so you're not going to cut yourself with this. Who has this?
I have the old one.
You have the old one?
I've cut myself several times.
We've improved and upgraded. You can see that the blade stays flat, but the handle is what activates the blade.
Hey, that's what you trade in. I give you a one trade for new.
You
Well,
can you can delete stuff, right?
Yeah, we can delete.
Good.
So this comes with 3 different blades, 4 actually. The one I'm using is the B blade, and then it also has 2 thin settings, so there's really 3 different settings. The B one is for things that are a little harder to cut, and then we also have the grater and the waffle cutter. Makes waffles. That's not waffles like in your toaster, though.
Oh, okay. Not Eggos.
No. So the V-shaped blade, which is the one that's in there right now, is good for softer things like tomatoes. This one's not so soft. We'll see what happens. They're much softer. And it's really literally impossible to cut yourself with this because it won't operate without the handle. And then this piece here, the handle, you see how it's up like that? As it gets closer, you push it down. So you end up with only a very thin slice. This is the ultimate thing. And every show I've ever done, the host had enough free products to get this for free. Now, for those of you who know someone who's getting married and you can't talk them out of it,
Send them my way.
Bridal showers. We also have online gift registry. This is our cheeseburger salad. Now this is the large mix and scrape. Anybody have any of the scrapers? Okay, Wanda. Good. Well, so this is a large mix and scrape. And now for those of you who haven't been to a Pampered Chef show, our scraper collection has grown. Mega scraper. And it is a scraper. That's all I can say is like it's got all the properties of this one, only it's a mega scraper. It really any big stock pot. These are heat resistant to 650 degrees. They're not going to melt in your skillet. And that
Emergency
is
thing for your canoe.
Oh yeah, that'd make a nice paddle.
You won't be up the creek without the paddle.
Without the mega paddle.
On
Mega.
the butt. On the butt.
That's right. Right here, using a bag or a green can already. This is the cheese grater.
No,
You know, actually, grating your own cheese it's got better flavor. When you buy a block of cheese, it has better flavor, and you can use cheese in the green can or the bag is pre-grated. Anytime you have pre-grated cheese, they have powdered cellulose added. Look at your ingredients list. Does anybody know it besides Paula and Paul? Know what that is? Sawdust. Very good. See? Powdered cellulose. Get your fresh cheese and grate it yourself, and/or just cut it and eat it. It's going to taste better than buying it pre-grated in a bag or a can, because you don't have to use as much because it's got better flavor. Now this is cheddar. Cheddar is a little sticky. The best way, if you're inside and if you want a little quick tip on grating cheese, doesn't matter even if you're grating and only grating, it always is sticky. And so if you put this in the microwave for like 4 seconds, I'm telling you, only 4, just like cut it into cubes, put one in, and then while the next one's in, it'll slip right through your cheese grater and never stick. Never stick. And so that's just a little secret.
Tip of the day.
Any kind of sticky cheese like cheddar cheese. Mozzarella doesn't stick that much for me, but it will probably work for that as well too. Munster, you know how they're real sticky. Carol Ann said that they wanted to hear about grilling. So I guess I'll have to talk about grilling. I did bring some grill tools. So if you do know someone that's getting married, this makes a nice wedding gift. We do have gift certificates. These are real nice. These are part of our forged German steel cutlery, and it does make a nice wedding gift.
Thank you.
You know what? Salad and popcorn have a lot in common because they both start out really healthy, and by the time you can change its properties tremendously. In the grocery store, when you get, say, fat-free salad dressing, you know, fat's got the bad rap, you know, because fat's really good for you. We need good fats. And so this has no added fats. I mean, yeah, ground turkey has a little bit of fat in it, but there's no oil or anything in here. But had we made it with olive oil, that would be a good choice. But in the grocery store, they take out the fat and they put in 4 different kinds of sugar. Most fat-free salad dressings, the first 4 ingredients are sugar and the rest are chemicals. So you're better off making something from scratch using real quality ingredients and real oils than you are buying your shortcuts in the grocery store. So that's a pretty nice looking healthy salad, and I'm not going to put them on right now, but right before we serve it, we have some cheeseburger croutons. Stainless steel mixing bowl set. Anybody have this? Okay, cool. You like the set?
Love
All right, this is the largest one. This is a separate piece, but the small one is, this is 32 cups, which means it's a gallon. So you have the big ones. This is
And the lids.
And the lids. I don't have a lid with me, but they have snap-on lids. They have a pour spout, a padded thumb hole you can grab and stir. It's a nice set. They nest inside each other so they don't take up a lot of room in your cupboards. This is a stainless steel mixing tool sets. Grills. Oh yeah, I said grill tools, didn't I?
Okay, perfect. All right.
Make French fries.
This is the grill basket, and this is for putting whatever, grilled vegetables, shrimp, anything that you don't want to fall through the cracks. And it's sized so that you can put it on one side of the grill and then have your steaks or what have you on the other side of the basket. These are our man-sized grill tools. Basting brush, fork, and actually I think there's 5 or 6 different tools. I only have 3 of them with me. But the most popular one
I've got that.
is
I
the
love it.
barbecue turner. Now this is not your average run-of-the-mill turner.
Trees with it?
Has a nice, cut trees down with it. This beveled edge here. It has a tenderizing tool here on the side, so if you're one of them kind of people that like to just beat it up. And then it drains grease off right here. And then this is a cutting edge. If you really probably the best way to cook steaks is not to cut them when they're on the grill because the juices leak out and it makes your meat drier. But if you're one of those guys that just likes to cut right through that steak while it's cooking, this is as sharp as any steak knife. And of course, for the man at the grill, we have the beer bottle opener right here.
Or the cream soda.
Now this is a dangerous weapon, men and ladies. Go to the potluck, and it's great. It's light. You can hold a ton of food in it, and it's magic. This is the magic bowl. All right, now watch carefully. I'm going to show you a trick. Ta-da! There you have it.
All right, where's the other one?
It goes right in the dishwasher like this, and storage like this. But also, if you want to say put dip here and arrange. Some people like chips all in a line, you know. So you can put your chips around in the line.
Pringles rule.
This is the collapsible summer bowl, so it doesn't have to take a lot of work and storage space. Come back, we'll talk about. I'm going to pass the small saute pans around. Those of you who don't have good cookware and you're not sure what you want to get, if you really want to get you can get these. They price these to sell well. They're both $38.50. And that way you can get the small one in your house. I think Tim has one of these. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. Yep. You use it every day?
Yeah, sure.
I have 4 of these in my kitchen. I don't have enough because I don't do my dishes but every 5 or 6 days. So I need 5 or 6 of these, one for each day. But this is the non-stick inside and out, the executive collection. And this is not the cooking handles. It's a baked-on finish guaranteed for life. This cookware will last you the rest of your life. If your family insists on scrambling egg with a fork, it will not hurt the inside of your cookware. It may put marks in it, but it will never peel off because it's a bonded, one finished surface, bonded with the metal. This is the executive collection for people who like non-stick. And this is the stainless steel collection, which is your jacketed cookware. Basically, they took that pan without the non-stick and jacketed it in stainless steel. It has all the same properties, but this shiny, beautiful look.
And did you mention the plate holder there, Deb? Right here with the little thing that there is them once that Paula's got that'll hold all the little trays.
I told you it's the best camera around in Europe. If you look at the green tab section, mix and match serving pieces. And this is the dessert accessory plates, dessert or appetizer plates. And then we also have all the different dishes that stack and unstack and decorate your whole house. This happens to be our premier piece. And if you look at that page, it looks like a lot of pieces, the green tab page, but there's really only like 16 different assorted pieces, but they stack and unstack. So you can take the medium bowl and see this mark here? The medium bowl fits there very nicely and it becomes a stand for this platter. And the small bowl would do the same thing for the small platter. So they become a way to set up a table at different levels and heights and it makes a beautiful buffet, or use them for your everyday dishes. They're guaranteed for a year. If you break one, you get a new one for free.
Just like the trifle bowl is, and the stand under the trifle bowl.
I'm going to have to cut out these cameraman transitions. This is the last thing I'm going to show you, then we're going to let you eat. This is the trifle bowl. We made this ahead of time. And who here makes trifle?
I do.
Okay, cool. We have 3 trifle people in the room. Now, this is for more than just trifle. And if you look at page 8, you're going to see all different uses for the trifle bowl, flour bowl. I personally like that fruit trifle, where you just layer watermelon, cantaloupe, pineapple, and then take plain non-fat yogurt and some all-fruit jam, mix it together and pour it over the top and let it just drizzle right through. It's excellent, healthy summer snack instead of having this one, which is a strawberry trifle made with whipped topping, and it's an easy thing to do. Throw it together in 5 minutes. You're going to love it. But because when you make trifle, you're always stuck with this bowl. How do you transport it to and from parties? Where do you put it in the refrigerator? Well, voila. You can put it in the cooler now, and doesn't need to use the stand, but it also comes with a top. So it's easy to travel, it's easy to drop in.
Strawberry.
Easy to put into a cooler and surround with ice. And when you store it, you can store the stand inside, so it doesn't take up a lot of room in your cupboard. This is the trifle bowl. All right, we're going to wrap it up right now. Those of you who want good cookware, remember that there's 2 kinds, the stainless steel and the executive. And when you have a show, you get your cookware for free or for half price. And the ones we're using is the executive collection. This is the 12-inch family skillet. And then also, those of you who are interested in stoneware, this is the single most popular item in my product line. It's the clay roaster combination. Put a 5-pound chicken in there, all the vegetables and fixins. It's self-basting. It is awesome. See, Betty, you should be on the internet, because that would be good. Good.
You give me thumbs up, Betty, and I can swing that camera anywhere you want.
You guys have been a terrific audience. I hope you had as much fun as me and Paul did.
I'll fill one out for him too.
All right. If you take a minute to fill it out completely, when you give me your email address, I will put you on my Recipe of the Month phone. And I want to thank Carol Ann for having such a beautiful day here and a lovely party, and our cameraman did such a terrific job. So how is the food anyway?
Very good. Very good, thank you.
What was that, Paul? How's the food, Paul?
It's wonderful, Deb. And you're a wonderful host, Deb.
And you're
for asking me to run the camera for you, Deb. I'm sure heard what you saying a minute ago.
On this guy here, he didn't come for the demo, just for the food.
That was very good. I sure heard what he said about the food a little bit ago.
How is it?
Excellent. Loving it.